Wanted to show you how to take the grill off a 95 Ford F150. Pretty darn easy. There's 4 Phillips screws at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then right below the Ford emblem, there's another one. I just took them out. I used my cordless drill. Where's it at? Over there. Makes it quick work of it. Then it just comes right out. I'm taking mine out because I want to paint it black. So there you go. If you need to take your grill out, that's easy. Now, I'll do another one on these headlights. Thanks for watching. So I'm trying to take out the cowlings around these headlights so I can paint them black to match the bumper I just painted. Now, one video said you just take out these 2 screws and it comes right out. A few other videos that I watched said there's 2 bolts in behind there that you got to take out. I cannot find the bolts to save my life, and I can't even really give you a good camera angle to look in there, but I've been looking and looking. You can see it's loose up on the top, it's loose up here, but something down in here is holding it. And I guess when you take that loose, the marker light, I think this and the marker light comes all out at the same time. Then again, maybe it's just this. I don't know. I'm having a hard time. I've been there with a flashlight looking to find a bolt, and I can see a plastic thing right there where it looks like a bolt could be on the back of it. I'm going to have to get in if the flashlight looks some more, but there should be 2 10mm bolts or nuts holding that on there. Let me see if I can find them. Well, I think I found it. See if you guys can see. Where are you at? It's going to be hard to show. There's a little curve. I'm not picking up on this thing. Okay. You see that curve down there, the half moon? There's a hole there, and that goes through, and there's a bolt in there. And I'm guessing the other one is, come on, flashlight, work with me. Sorry. There's a hole over there too, right next to the headlight. And I'm guessing there must be a bolt in behind there. So, that's the only place I can see it would be. And we'll see if I can get a 10mm in there. See if I can get those bolts out of there. Wish I could get a better shot to film it for you, but there's no place to put the camera. Well, I got it loose, and it's a son of a gun. You can see one of the bolts there, and the other one is right there. And the way do you get that one? If this will adapt, you'll see a wire here. There's a hole in the frame. The bolt is right in there. So what I used was my 90-degree ratchet and extension, and that got the far right one done. The other one I tried, I think I ended up taking it out with just a ratchet because I could not get this down in there in any position to use it. But it's possible. It's just a pain in the butt. Let's see now that, oh, and I also took out this reservoir. That gave me a lot more room. Now you can see that curved part down there that I was talking about. And straight in through there is where that nut is that comes off. Anyway, it's a real pain, and there's 2 on the other side too. I think I'm going to have to take the battery out to get those out. But the whole reason for doing this is just to paint these bezels. But I'm going to get her done. I'll tape off the lights and paint it black. It'll match the bumper. So that's how you do it. I can't say it's easy. Everything else in this truck I've worked on has been pretty darn easy, but not that. They should have made those to come off the same way the grill did, but they didn't. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps you. Well, I figured I might as well continue my video. This is the passenger side, or the drinker side, as some people call it. I took out the battery. Now I'm going to take out this battery tray. Looks like there's 2 bolts here, maybe 10mm, and 2 more over here on this side. Because I have got to get to this hole here, where that half moon is, and another one over there by that wire. If it's the same as the other side, which I'm sure it is. And there's just no room to get down in here. So all this to paint the bezels, but it's going to be worth it when it's all done. I'm also going to have to get this clip out of here. Oh, and there's a bracket here that goes up to here. That's going to have to come out. Then hopefully I'll have enough room to get this other headlight bezel out. So I'll continue that and let you know how it goes. Oh, I got the tray removed, but I didn't want to take a chance on breaking that wire there. I undid the connector, but there's a wire still attached, so I just got it out of the way, so at least I have some room down in here to work. Nice thing about Washington State, rust-free vehicles. Back east, this thing would be gone. All right, well, I'm going to get in there with my 10mm deep well socket, see if I can get those two nuts off there. Now you can get a better view of it. See if you can see the stud. There's one there, and there's one hidden in by that wire there, but you can't see it. Too dark. Anyway, at least you know where they're at. Well, I was able to get those two nuts off of there, so the headlights come out now. And since I moved the battery in the box out of the way, or the tray, I was able to get my cordless in there. This is a little 3/8 Hitachi with it ratchets, so kind of like a small impact. I got a long 7/16? Yeah, 7/16. Took them right off of there. So now I can pull that bezel right off of there. And while I have it done, somebody suggested polishing my headlights, which I'll do that. Or I'll check on eBay or Amazon, because headlights are so cheap nowadays. But I might hit these with some 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 and some polishing compound. See if I can't make them look a bunch better. Anyway, now the bezels are out. Now I can get them painted. I thought I'd add this. When you pull out a little bit, you can twist these two bulbs out of here. The orange one goes on the top. But this bulb down here is not much slack. So you can just reach in here. See it right there. You can twist it and pop it out from the inside. It makes it easier because you can't pull it out very far. All right, onward and upward. I keep thinking of things to add here. Now, my goal here is just to paint these bezels. And I don't want to tape off all this plastic. So I see that the orange one, the turn signal, it's got a Phillips screw and a Phillips screw, and I think there's one more. Yep, there's one more right there. And then this other marker light looks like it had, oh, this is going to have to come out too, this little bracket. So you can pull this out. Maybe it goes, yeah, I think it comes out this way. And this little bolt looks like 10mm. But it, let me see, is it 10 or 7/16? I can't tell. Might be 10mm. Anyway, you'll figure it out. Anyway, then all your lights will come out. You can clean the bezel up, paint it whatever color you want. In my case, it'll be black. Oh, there's more screws. Okay, so you have, no, I already saw those. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and those two bolts. All right, that should do it. I'll get those separated, cleaned up, and they'll be ready to paint. And I've got some of this gray 3M or Scotch Brite. It's kind of like quadruple aught steel wool. And I'll run it over this grill, knock all the bugs off, and wash it, get the dust off of it. Dry it really good. I'll either take off that emblem. Let's see how hard that is. Yeah, it's got a couple of clips on the back, but they may just come off there. They might be 10mm or something like that. Hopefully those will just come off. And then I can get that emblem out of the way too, so I don't have to tape it off. Hopefully I can just clean everything up, paint it, not have to tape off a bunch of stuff. Which is why I took the bezels out rather than just taping the lights off. I thought it'd give me a better job. All right, I'll do a little video when I get it all put back together. So this tidbit might help you, might not. I have a bad memory. So I went ahead, all the bolts I took out, I put them back where they belong. So when I go to reassemble everything, I don't have to guess what bolt goes where, because I guarantee you, in a day or two, I'll have forgotten. Just like this one. Plus, it's just less to keep track of. I'll put that back in. That's what holds the battery down. Sorry, probably can't see anything. Anyway, I should have put that plastic clip, rubber clip on there too. I'll do that in a minute. But on these blinkers, I put the screws back in where they go, and I put the nuts back on the studs. That way, they're where they belong, and later on I won't have to try to remember what the heck holds this on. So, might help you, might not. Even these little ones, I put the screws back in there, so, and the brackets. Just less stuff to keep track of. I've had problems in the past where I take something apart and ends up being a week later I have to put it back together. Good luck. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will add, when I get this all painted and back together, I've got some Rust-Oleum paint, but I'm gonna go get some plastic paint. Paint made for plastic. I think it'll adhere better. I think that's what I'll do. Who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind, and once I get them buffed up, scratched up with the scratch pad, the paint will stick just fine. Anyway, I shall return. I got that Ford emblem off of there. It's just 2 nuts that hold it on there. And something to keep in mind when you're working on all this stuff, it's old plastic. I noticed that some of these brackets where these screws go are starting to crack, so I'm going to have to be careful when I put it all back together. And these nuts are hollow. They're just a little shell of a nut, and they just screw on there. So just got to be careful you don't over torque anything and break it. But now I got a nice clean grill. I can clean it up and throw some paint on it, and it'll look like $1,000,000. Oh, I never noticed. It's got a couple tabs here in the corner. I'm assuming that you set the grill down in those. Yep, that's what holds the bottom in there and there. There's your center screw, then your 4 screws on the top. I went ahead and put all those screws back in. I don't have to worry about figuring it out later. All right, I think I'm done adding to this video until I paint. Time will tell. Well, I got it all back together. It went together easier than it came apart just because I knew what I was doing. But I like the black on black instead of the faded gray that was on the grill and the bezels. It all blends together. My stepson thinks I should take the mirrors off and paint those too, and I probably will because they're kind of faded gray. Then I'll just have black. I'm still debating about the lumber rack. Thanks again for watching.